In this video, we will learn about Routh-Hurwitz stability criteria. The Routh stability criteria is an analytical procedure for determining the roots of a polynomial equation. So we know that the characteristic equation for a linear time invariant system is given by delta of S is equal to a naught s to the power n plus a1 s to the power n minus 1 up to an s 0 equal to 0. So first step, according to the Routh stability criteria, the first step in analyzing the stability of a system is to observe its characteristic equation. You can see here the coefficients of this characteristic equation are a0, a1, a2, an minus 1, an. So in general, if it is written as ai, this ai should be real numbers. Okay, it should be real numbers. This coefficients of the characteristic equation, it can be either positive, it can be either negative, or it can be 0. So based on whether it is positive, negative or 0, you are deciding the stability of this system according to Routh stability criteria. If you have the coefficients, that is a0, a1, a2, an, either 0 or negative. So if this ai is either 0 or if it is negative, then the system is not stable. If you have all the coefficients, that is a0 to an, if all the coefficients are positive, then the possibility of the stability of the system exists, and then you have to examine the sufficient conditions of stability. So the necessary condition for stability according to Routh stability criteria is all the coefficients of the characteristic equation a0 up to an, it should be positive and real, and all the coefficients of the characteristic equation should be non-zero. That means all the, if say this n is 4, you should have 3, 2, 1, 0. So it should be in order, else the system is unstable. So if these two conditions are satisfied, then the necessary condition is satisfied for the stability of a given system. Then to examine the sufficient condition, we go for Routh-Hurwitz criteria, wherein the Routh criteria is given in terms of array, whereas Hurwitz criteria is in terms of determinants. So this Routh-Hurwitz criteria is again based on the ordering of the coefficients of the characteristic equation. So according to Routh-Hurwitz criteria, the condition for stability is the Routh's array, the first column of the Routh's array. So this is the Routh's array. The first column of the Routh's array should be all positive. So if this condition is not satisfied, then the system is unstable. Say suppose you have a negative sign here. This a0 is positive, a1 is also positive, b1 is negative, c1 is positive. That means from positive to negative there is one sign change. From negative to positive there is another sign change. So totally there are two sign changes. It indicates that two roots lie in the right half of S plane. Therefore, the system will be unstable. So the Routh stability criteria, it gives you the number of roots which lies in the right half of S plane depending upon the number of sign changes in the first column of the array. And it will not give you whether the roots are real or complex conjugate. It gives just the number of roots. So this is one of the limitation of the roots service criteria. You cannot examine the type of roots. So whether you have real roots, complex conjugate. Now we'll see how are you going to construct this roots array. So we have the characteristic equation of the form a0 s to the power n plus a1 s to the power n minus 1 plus a2 s to the power n minus 2 up to a n s naught equal to 0. So in this, the first row of the array will consist of all the even terms of the characteristic equation. That means first row will have a0, a2, a4, etc. Second row will consist all the odd terms of the characteristic equation. So it is a1, a3, a5, a7. Now we can, by looking into the characteristic equation, we can write the first row, we can write the second row. Based on the first row and second row, we have to write the third row. So we'll see how to write the third row elements. If you look here, so in the first row we have a0, a2, a4, a6, all even terms. Second row we have a1, a3, a5, a7, etc. all odd terms. Now we have to write the third row element which is not present in the characteristic equation. So the third row will be obtained by constructing a determinant by considering these four first. So how are we going to write it? So the third row first element is b1. This b1 is equal to a1 into a2 minus a3 into a0 divided by a1. That will be your first element of the third row. Likewise, the second element of the third row, which is b2, is obtained by again considering the determinant a0, a1, that is these two, and a4, a5. So we have this determinant. We will multiply a1 into a4 minus a0 into a5 divided by a1. This is our second element. Likewise, we will have the third element b3 as a1 into a6 minus a0 into a7 divided by a1. So our first column of the determinant will be the first elements of first and second row. So always it will be a0 and a1, whereas these two are going to differ. So likewise we construct the third row. Next we have to construct the fourth row. So fourth row, when we consider, we will exclude the first row, s to the power n row we will exclude. Then we will have C1 equal to, C1 is B1 into A3 minus A1 into B2 divided by B1. Similarly, we will have this second component of the fourth row, C2 equal to B1 into A5 minus A1 into B3 divided by B1. So likewise we go on constructing the fifth row, sixth row and so on. The last element will be n. This is how we have to construct the roots array. So the roots array, Routh-Hurwitz criteria, the roots array is formed by considering the coefficients of the characteristic equation, and then we obtain the determinants, and we have the third row, fourth row, and so on. So from this particular roots array, what is the conclusion regarding the stability? The conclusion is that the first column, you have to observe the first column. So this first column, all the elements should be positive. All the elements should be positive. That means say S is, this is positive. So what happens is, if there is a negative sign, first you have to consider the necessary condition. All the coefficients should be positive and real. Now, after constructing this roots array, if you have a negative sign somewhere in the first column, we can conclude that the system is unstable. Now, unstable means the roots have to lie in the right half of S-plane. Even if one of the roots lie in the right half of S-plane, the system is unstable. So now how many roots are present in the right half of S-plane? So it is indicated by, say suppose here the sign is positive, here it is negative, here again it is positive. So from here to here there is one sign change. From this to this there is the second sign change. So two sign changes indicates that there are two poles in the right half of S-plane, and therefore the system is unstable. So you have here the elements of the first column should be positive. The first column, you have to observe the number of sign changes in the first column of the roots table. So the number of sign changes, it gives the number of roots of the characteristic equation that exist in the right half of S-plane, and you can conclude that the system is unstable. So we will consider an example. So we have a characteristic equation of a linear time invariant system given by s to the power 4 plus 3s cube plus 3s square plus 2s plus 1 equal to 0. So this is of the form delta of s is equal to. So our equation need to be compared with our standard form. So it is a naught s to the power n plus a1 s to the power n minus 1 up to an s to the power 0. S to the power 0 is 1 equal to 0. Now our highest power of n is 4. So n is 4. So we have 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So we have all the coefficients in order. Next, what we have to do? We have to construct the roots array first. So to construct the roots array, we will consider the even terms of the characteristic equation, that is a0, this is a2, this is a4. a0, this is a2 and this is a4. This is a1 and this one is a3. So first we'll write s to the power 4. So we have to write this first, s to the power 4. So the coefficients, a0 is 1. The coefficient of a0 is 1. The coefficient of a2 is 3. The a4 is 1. So we have to write it first in the first row. In the second row, we will have the odd terms, that is a1 and a3. So we have it in the second row. Next is to obtain the third row. That is by finding the determinants. So how will we find? So we have to take this as a matrix. We have to find its determinant. So 3 into 3. So our B1, this is your B1. B1 equal to 3 into 3 minus 1 into 2 divided by this 3. So 3 into 3 minus 2 into 1 divided by 3 gives you 7 by 3, which is positive. Likewise, we have to calculate what is B2. B2 is 3 into 1. 3 into 1 minus this is 0. So minus 1 into 0 divided by 3. So we get B2, which is 1. Next, we have to find the fourth row, which is C1. So C1 is given by 7 by 3 into 2 minus 3 into 1 divided by 7 by 3, which is equal to 5 by 7. 5 by 7. And this particular element is 0. So next, how are we going to find? This is D1. Okay. D1. How will we obtain D1? So D1 is, this is 0. 5 into 7 into 3 by 3 minus 7 by 3 divided by 5 by 7. So our D1 is 5 by 7 into 3 by 3 minus 7 by 3 into 0 divided by 5 by 7. So this is anyway 0. 3 and 3 is 1. 5 by 7 cancel. So we have 1 over here. So we have constructed the roots array now. Now we have to decide whether the system is stable or not. So the first condition, sufficient condition is, we have to observe the first column of the roots array. So if we observe the first column of the roots array, we can observe that all the terms are positive. So we can conclude that the system is stable. So always, to decide the stability of the system, first you observe the characteristic equation. You should have all the polynomials. Okay. And you have to see the coefficients of this, all should be positive. Coefficient should be positive. So we have all positive. So our necessary condition is satisfied. Then to find the sufficient condition, we construct the roots array by following the steps. And based on the elements of the first column, we decide the stability. So few more examples we will see in the coming videos.